There's a severe threat to all of us in our country, and these are the weapons of mass destruction. 64% of Americans are overweight, 30% are obese, and 5% are severely obese. Obesity can lead to heart disease, high blood pressure, diabetes, arthritis, and cancer. Disease, soaring medical costs, and lost productivity are the real enemies. So put down those weapons today and find out how to fight the battle of the bulge the healthy way. Obesity is a big issue in our country. The problem? Only 15% of obese people see themselves that way. The others seem to have a big blind spot. The definition of obesity puts people at just around 30 pounds overweight. This results in a higher risk of heart disease, arthritis, diabetes, and cancer. It may be time for you to find out where you fit on the obesity scale. You may not think you look obese, but if you are, then not paying attention could be deadly. Have you ever walked into a room and forgotten what you were looking for, or forgotten a name or a password? Let me tell you, it happens to all of us. When these things happen, we worry that dementia is setting in. Fear not. For those with the occasional memory lapse, there are ways to keep your brain healthy and improve your memory. Here are some tips. Eat a healthy diet rich in fruits and vegetables. Exercise and keep your mind active. Take care of your brain. Use it, and you won't lose it. Only 20% of our teens are getting the requisite 9 hours of sleep a night. A third of high school students report falling asleep in class. Half admit to driving while drowsy. Lack of sleep has been correlated with car accidents, obesity, and heart disease. Sleep is important for restoring the bodies and minds of teens and enhancing learning. If we want healthy and successful children, we need to stop sleep deprivation now. Make sleep a priority in your house tonight. We know the usual suspects linked to high blood pressure, such as obesity and lack of exercise. There's a new one that may surprise you. Loneliness may be a significant risk factor when it comes to high blood pressure in people over 50. In a recent study, those who tested as very lonely had blood pressures that were 10 to 30 points higher than those who were not. The solution? If you're in the lonely category, it's time to get involved in social activities. It's fun and good for your health. If you're a woman approaching menopause and you're starting to feel depressed, it's not all in your head. Studies have found that as a woman approaches menopause, her risk for a first-time depression increases significantly. Menopause usually occurs along with significant life changes. It's easy to be distracted from your own feelings. If you notice yourself becoming depressed, you're not alone. Get help, get happy. Pudgy babies are cute and cuddly, the picture of health. But when they become fat children, there can be some big problems. Children who are overweight or obese by the age of 11 are more likely to be carrying around extra poundage for the rest of their lives, putting them at great risk of developing diabetes and heart disease. Obesity is becoming epidemic in our children and us. It's time for all of us to get moving and get healthy. Our futures, our children, depend on it. If you're willing to take an international approach to food, you'll find foods that are good for you and taste great. Olive oil used in Italy and Spain has anti-inflammatory properties and is good for your joints and heart. Soy from Japan may prevent bone disease and cancer. Lentils from India are high in fiber, vitamins, and protein. Kimchi, or fermented cabbage from Korea, is loaded with vitamins. Just go global, and healthy eating can be fun. Since 1920, the life expectancy in the U.S. has been increasing. Now it's becoming a lot more common for people to live to be 100. How do they do it? Part of it's the genes they were born with, but lifestyle also plays a big role. Those who live long have a positive attitude, create work and living environments that promote good health, eat well, exercise, are able to deal with stress, and usually have pets. We all know the road to a long life. We just have to follow it. Because grapefruit juice interferes with an intestinal enzyme and can change the absorption of certain medicines, many grapefruit lovers have had to give up this beautiful fruit and its juice. But grapefruit lovers, take heart. Scientists have isolated the chemical responsible for this. It's called furanocoumarin. Grapefruit juice will now be available without it and labeled furanocoumarin free. It will taste a little less bitter and a lot sweeter to those of you who've had to do without.